Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome back to the another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. So I, Ragini, your host for the show, welcome you on board. So Ed Talk is a platform where educators discuss their viewpoints related to the education and society. So our topic for the discussion would be implementing project based learning for engaged students to express their viewpoints on the same. So we have with us Ms. Bhumita Jayesh Patel, Principal of Rotary English Medium School, Ratnagiri, Maharashtra. Ms. Indra Singh, Principal, Vivek Techno School, Jaipur, Rajasthan. Mr. Kiran Dubey, Administrator Principal, Macro Vision Academy, Maharashtra. Mr. Balakrishnan, Principal, Maharishi Public School, Amravati, Maharashtra. Mr. Sri Joyjit Ghosh, Academic in Charge, Delhi Public School, International, Maharashtra. So, a very warm welcome to the educators and thank you so much for your time. I hope.
Excuse me, Ragini ma'am. I would like to make a little correction. It's not Maharashtra, it's Mahesh Tala, Kolkata.
All right. Okay. Okay. Sorry, sir.
No, it's okay.
Okay, sir. So, I think we can start with our discussion. So, firstly, Bhumita ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to ask you, ma'am, like, what is project-based learning, and how does it contribute to the students' engagement?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you to allow me to put forward my views in front of you. So, as we all know, that today's age is the age of cutthroat competition and the challenges lurking everywhere, every corner, and the world is stepping into the technical era, and the data is doubled every single moment. So here, the old and the traditional method of teaching and learning, just to give the information and passing the knowledge, is not going to help our students to survive in this 21st century. So there is a need to bridge a gap between the theoretical and the practical aspects of learning. So I feel project-based learning plays a great role to help the learners to succeed in this fast changing society, where the knowledge is not the power, but the, the proficiency. To based learning, it is the learning which we call it as an instructional learning, or also I feel that we can call it as inquiry based learning. This learning is a child centric pedagogy. Here the children are given the importance, not the curriculum. The learning takes place not only in the classroom, but outside the classroom. The students are given the hand-on experiences and they get connected to the real world problems. So I feel that project-based learning acts as a catalyst to transform the knowledge from what to why and how. And when we talk about the engagement of the learning through project-based learning, here I feel that the teacher's role is of a facilitator. It's a very big responsibility on the shoulder of the teacher, that they have to create and plan the subject in such a way that it tends to the growth of child's learning. So, when we talk about project based learning, I feel that it's a multidisciplinary project. It has a broader and a wider vision. So the students, like when since years we have heard that project, when we do the project, it's the year ended project or a topic ended project. But when we talk about the project based learning, the here the students are involved from the first step, when the teacher discuss the problems in front of the students. It happens that the students start inquiring about the things. So we can say that the students can become a great inquirer. and then they start to create their own ideas, where the students develop their own ideas and they become the creators and the innovators. Then the students start thinking critically on the problems, so the students also become a problem solver, a great problem solver. And while doing this project, we can say that the child cannot do it alone. He needs the help. So he has to create a team, and he has to work with his friends and with the friends' experience also. They learn to make or to build a team, and they try to collaborate and cooperate with each other. So here I think that there are many domains involved in the project based learning.
Right, ma'am.
As the new education policy also states, many projects involved in this, and I feel this in this project based learning, all the skill development is done. The students start communicating, the students learn the technical skills, and there is art integrated. We can involve so many subjects in this. Unknowingly, students learn many things throughout their experience, and here the students get connected towards the project and the topic. So I feel that the students retain the topic very well, and the outcome of the student is outcome of the student is also seen. At last, I just want to highlight that from the first till last, as we can see, the students do their active learning, and when the learning is active, students are engaged from the first to last. And so when the engagement is continuous, we can see the results of the students are fabulous, and that is the gateway of learning new things. So I feel that project based learning is what we say as a big dhamaka for every student, and when it is imbibed with everything, surely the students will survive in this 21st century.
Certainly, ma'am.
So this is from my side, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Totally agree. Like whatever you said, it is indeed necessary. So now moving on to Joyjeet sir. So sir, I would like to ask you like what are the key benefits of implementing project-based learning in the classroom?
Okay, first of all, very good evening to all of you, and thank you, NTAB, for giving me this opportunity to use this platform to express my views.
You're
Now,
most
see,
welcome, sir.
thank you, Ragini, and the main thing that we need to understand is that this post-COVID world, it demands a totally different kind of life from us. All of us, we have learned a lot when we have gone through this entire COVID period. And see, our national policy, that's the education policy which we have taken, and that's too ironically enough, it was taken in 2020. So we call it as NEP 2020. So the policy makers, when they have made it, they at that point of time has clearly understood that the kind of rote learning that we were practicing in class, which we used to think that those will be helping the students in near future, actually this is not going to help, and here comes the importance of project. Now, what are the benefits that we can get? Innumerable benefits. I mean, there are innumerable things, a lot, many things which we can see. But first of all, we need to understand that why project-based learning, why we are shouting about it, why we are talking about it, why we are having these talk shows. Actually, this project-based learning, it is a very highly effective and inquiry-based teaching approach,
कौन नहीं
which
आया है
Bhumika
मतलब
ma'am has rightly said that inquiry.
इसका
This is
क्वेश्चन
the
है
very key
विनीता
word,
इसका
inquiry,
विनीता का
on the
क्वेश्चन
part of the
जॉयजीत जी हो गया
students,
जॉयजीत
on
सर
the
का
part of the
किरण सर
teachers
नहीं है
also.
नहीं है
अब
इसका
And
नेक्स्ट
it has
क्वेश्चन
gained
बालकृष्ण
in
सर का पूछो
gained its
इंद्राणी हाँ
popularity in the very recent
बस वही
years
क्वेश्चन है मतलब
due to the emphasis on the student centered learning, because NEP
Sorry,
2020 it
yeah.
clearly
एक
states
तो उसका
that
नाम लोकेशन
our teaching learning in the method of teaching learning, students should always remain at the center. Child centric learning or student centric learning. Okay. And
मैंने एक साथ बोल दिया
while we are teaching our students through this project based learning, the learning becomes very much relevant to them. It develops critical thinking, and also at the same time it imbibes a kind of a problem solving skills among the students. They face the problems, they try to find out their solutions, and they get the solutions, they engage themselves
So
in the process
basically,
of.
like, sir, you're trying to say every child needs to develop the 21st century, the problem solving,
Correct,
creativity, all
correct,
these things, and not
correct,
be dependent on the rote learning, but rather
correct.
practical learning.
Why not Ragini? See, one very common example which I give always whenever I interact with my team members, my seniors, and all, like, to my students also. If we think about 5 to 10 years back, at that point of time, who would have known about Google Pay, who would have known about UPI and all? But now, even if you go to the sabziwala, local sabziwala vendors and all, you have got a
Everyone is using.
mobile phone in everyone. So this is what our life changes, need changes, and we change. If we do not change ourselves, then definitely we will not be able to survive, because it's a theory, the survival of the fittest. So the first point that I would like to present, that what are the key factors, or what are the how we can, uh, or what we can rather get from project based learning, is that it develops a very deeper engagement and interaction with the learning content. Whatever the project is, that's the learning content. So if we provide project, any kind of project on that particular learning content, each and every student, they get engaged into it, they try to find the solution, they work over, and hence in that way they connect themselves very deeply. Next is what? The encouragement of higher order thinking. When we are reading any kind of book at that point of time, whether we want it or not, most of the students, I would say, still now also, they believe that if they can store the data in their mind, that will actually give them a very good opportunity to score marks in their examination. Whereas in 21st century, examination becomes irrelevant. How you are practically implementing the knowledge that you have gained through your classroom teachings, through the surroundings, that becomes important. So it actually inculcates and develop a kind of a very higher order thinking skills among the students. The third important point which I would like to focus is that it fosters creativity. Until and unless we are providing our children with uh, a very good opportunity to show what they know, we will not be able to understand how much creative they are. So we are providing this knowledge. In other words, this project based learning, it is providing the opportunity to each and every child to foster creativity, and according to their parameters. Because in a class of 40 students or 30 students, I as a teacher, I as a facilitator cannot expect that everyone is having the same kind of intelligence. Correct? So whenever I am giving a project, they are in delving deep into that project, they are trying to solve it out in their own way, and in that way what happens, each and every student, they contribute according to their own intelligence, according to their own knowledge, and in this way they don't feel like as if, oh my god, I have been left out. They don't feel like that. So it
Right.
we foster creativity. And the last point, that it improves collaboration and effective communication skills, which again Bhumika ma'am has just now mentioned. Definitely improving communication and this effectiveness of communication skills, how important it is in 21st century, all of us we know. Until and unless I am being able to express my views, I'm not talking about in which language I'm expressing, I am not talking about how am I expressing, but I have to express my views, my points in such a way so that it becomes clear to everyone, so that it becomes that my intentions always meet with the goal, the kind of goal which I am trying to meet with. And if I sum up then all these 4 points which I have just now mentioned, then you will find that this is actually aiming at holistic learning, which is one of the most important factors of NEP 2020. So, holistic learning, it completes through these 4 steps. And I think we, as a facilitator, as a teacher, we if we try to implement these kind of project based learnings into our class, not in a day, it's not possible that NEP 2020 has said for that reason we will be able to do it within a fortnight or within a week. It's not possible. We have to face a lot of challenges while we are in the classrooms, but still our intentions are good. And what I believe, if our intentions are good, definitely the students, they will come up with wonderful results. So basically, I would like to sum up my views, whatever I have mentioned and whatever I have said, that these are the key benefits: this deeper engagement, this encouragement of higher order thinking skills, fostering creativity, and improvement of collaboration and effective communicative skills, which in total is aiming towards holistic knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joyjit sir. So now we have with us Bala Krishnan sir. So, sir, I would like to ask you, like, are there any specific challenges or consideration to keep in mind when implementing project-based learning? Sir, we would love to know what your views are about this.
Very good evening. Shall I audible? Can I?
Yes, yes, you're totally audible, sir.
My voice is okay. Thank you to discuss my views about the project-based learning. Thank you for inviting me. And I'm very heartful that the first 2 views are, I think, it's very good. It's very relevant, and they're apt in their knowledge. Before saying this, I just want to say something about. Before that, I just want to say something. There is, as an educator, it is our responsibility to find out the inborn talent of the student. That is, as an educator, it is our duty
Indeed.
to find out the inborn talent of the student. That is a major duty. That we know that no 2 individuals are unique. Even it is an identical twin, no 2 individuals are unique. Their thinking ability, their mental capacity, their learning ability, everything is different. So please don't compare the students. And it is our duty to find out the inborn talents of each student. And then only it is possible for us to inculcate knowledge to students. That is the major role of educators. Okay. So it is my personal opinion. I'm not arguing. It is my personal opinion that is some defects are there in the present system of education. Some defects means I don't want to say that this entire system is defect, but some defects are there. That we sir already said about that. That we are living in a technical world. The technology is fast growing. It's growing in such a way that everything is under our control. We just need a one click is enough for get enough knowledge about the present day situation. Am I right? Only need a one click, because almost all the students, whether the students, parents, an employer, educator, whoever it may be, they are all sitting with a device in their hands. Either it is mobile or it is a system, whatever it may be. If they just want to know anything about a thing, that's very easy for them to find out. I'm right. For example, they want to know about who are the presidents of our country. Then, which is the capital of Afghanistan, which is the capital of Brazil, or what is the population ratio of our country, what is the human development index. Everything is under our control. I'm right. It's very easy for us to know all these details. So my question is, then what is the importance? What is the role of rote learning? What is the relevance of rote learning in our century? In the present century, what is the relevance of rote learning? That is my question. So why? Because everything is under our control. So rote learning is, I think it is meaningless. I'm not totally against rote learning, because learning is needed to improve the mental ability of the students. We need something to improve the mental capability of the students. But rote learning is irrelevant. That is why CBSE is very particular about that. CBSE, I'm not blaming all the system of education, but CBSE knows very well about the system. That is why they introduced the experiential learning. Am I right? You know what is experiential learning? Learning through experience, learning through experiments. Am I right? This experiential learning definitely will improve the skill of the student. 20th century skill, every skill through this experiential learning. So there is the importance of project-based learning. As we are implementing experiential learning, PBL, project-based learning, is very, very important in the present century. As an educator, it's my duty to improve or inculcate the importance of project-based learning to the student society, the school, the teachers, the coordinators, the principals, the educators. It's all importance of project-based learning. That is very, very, very important. So now I think almost all the CBSE schools are implementing this PBL. So of course, definitely some challenges are there. I'm just going to tell about the challenges. Before that, I just want to tell you that as because of introducing, implementing PBL in their syllabus. Now PBL is a part of our curriculum. So now I'm telling about what are the major challenges of PBL. So of course, project-based learning is very essential, but some challenges are there. The major challenge is a lack of interest among the students and teachers. I'm not blaming about the student. It is about the teachers, a lack of interest. So we need to implement PBL, project-based learning. It is the duty of the teachers to implement these things with more enthusiasm. They are the teachers. The teacher is not teacher, as a facilitator. It is the duty of the teacher to encourage a student to do this project-based learning. Why? Because we are living in a age where these type of experiments, these type of innovations are very essential. So lack of interest, that is a major problem. Then low productivity. We cannot get the proper result from the students. That is another major problem. There is a role of, it is a duty of the teacher. The teacher must be more vigilant. The teacher must know the present situation, and teacher must be well versed with the subject. A teacher must do their homework properly. Teacher to implement project-based learning to the student. But as a teacher, it is my very good sound. I have very good sound modulation. It is my duty to convey the importance of project-based learning to the students, how to do that project, and what is the major benefit of doing that project. That is the duty of the teacher. It is only the facilitator can do. That, you know, one famous saying is that a good teacher will create society. A good teacher will shape society. A bad teacher definitely will destroy the society.
Right.
I'm against negative words,
See,
but again, I'm saying that.
in the process of learning and teaching, the larger role is played by the teacher.
No doubt about that. The teacher's duty, because only the teacher can, only the teacher, only the facilitator can convey the student among the importance of PBI. The second major problem is that parents are not aware of these things. It is our duty to educate the parents about the importance of project-based learning. Because many parents say that it is only a time consuming, it is unnecessary wastage of time. The students are spending more time doing that work, doing this work. That is a negative comment from the part of, not all the parents, especially many, and convey them the importance of project-based learning. What is the importance of PB in present system of education? It is the duty of the school, the authority, or the principal, or the teachers to convey the parents. This is very important. Why? Because now we want to be a perfect student. We need a genuine work from the student. We want to find out the important capabilities of the students. We want to find out the different thinking skill of the students. But if the parents are all these three guys are involving in a thing, then definitely we can create wonders. No doubt about that. We can find out all the important talents of the student. That is another important challenge we face. The third one is majority of the teachers are only going through the decorations. That is a major challenge. When I am discussing with the students about this project-based teaching, when I am taking some orientation classes, many students are complaining about that. Sir, the teachers only go through the decorations. If the decorations are very good, you will get very good mark. If there is not much decoration, we won't get any mark. This is another major problem. Decoration is needed, but content, that is more important. It is the duty of the teacher to check the content. At least give 1 or 2 periods, sit with the students and go through the project and find out the content. If there is good content, then encourage them. If there is some problem is there, then encourage them to do more better. So the content. And second thing is the teacher, many of the teachers are only, they are not evaluating properly. Just give a tick, tick. As far as for them, it is only a part of the work and just go through the project and give some. That is not the way.
So,
Many
so
schools, many students are complaining about that teachers are not
right.
evaluating.
So teachers also require adequate
They are
training.
not evaluating it properly. Yes, the teachers need training, the how to the passionate one. Then there's no need for the principal or educator to convey anything to the student or anything to the teacher. Teacher must be passionate. Please don't choose it as a profession. Choose it as a passion. If the teacher is passionate, then she can create wonder. She can pull out all the important talents of the students. Then definitely we will get a new society with thousands of new ideas, thousands of creativity, different skills definitely will come. Another problem. Then time consuming. That is a major complaint. It is time consuming. The students are spending more time. The teachers have to complete the syllabus, complete the portions. Then plenty of activities are there. So how will we do the project work? This is a major dialogue from the teachers. But please don't think that. Of course, you have to find out time. I'm winding up. Then another problem is that when we are giving that is a major challenge. When we are giving a project to the students, they're easily finding out from the social media, from the internet. They just type the name of the project. You will get thousands of details, scrolling. They will find out the details. Then they will write in the paper and hand over to the teacher. Work is okay. That
Since
is a
it's
major
easily
teamwork.
available, so
Find
this
out
is
the
the way.
authenticity. It is easily available. That is a major problem faced by the project-based learning. Find out the authenticity. We want to change the evaluation criteria. You must Viva OC must be conducted. At least ask the students about the project. Two or three questions must be asked to the students about the project. Then you will get a clear-cut idea that whether it is fabricated one or a genuine work. So that is the major challenge. And the parents are also, for the easy work, they will find out the details from the net, then ask them to write, submit to the teacher that I am the person who submit the project the first and I will get full mark. But when you go through the project and when you ask some questions to the students, big zero, usko kuch nahi, they don't know anything about the project. That is another challenge. So that must be, the evaluation system must be changed. So it is a duty of the teachers, then the facilitators, then the principal, then the school, then the parents, and then we can sit together and find out some new ways to implement the project. Then definitely we will get the best and we will get the best qualities of the students. We can easily develop the info and abilities of the student. So we can Central Board of Secondary Education and our CBSE school can definitely create wonders. That's my opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Balakrishnan sir. You have explained everything so well, like everything in so detail. Thank you so much. So next we have Indra ma'am with us.
Thank you.
Ma'am has been waiting for long. Welcome, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
Fine. Good
Sorry,
evening
sorry
to
for
all.
the time.
Good evening to all.
Okay. Okay. So, ma'am, I would like to ask you, like, how can technology be integrated into project-based learning to enhance student engagements and outcomes?
Thank you, Ragni, for this question. And I would like to say hi to all the panelists over here. The question, like how we are going to use the technology for the project-based learning. See, where right now we are there on this Zoom meeting, and we are discussing a topic over there. And this is the way the technology has been used, and I have been getting views from the all the panelists. Similarly, when the students are given any project, when they are asked to use the technology, the sir said, Balakrishnan sir, they use a Google and take out everything over there. Now, the technology is not the end of the education, it's the beginning. And it depends totally on the educator, how the educator, the facilitator is asking the students to use it. So, the guidance is required along with the technology to complete any of the project based learning. Like if we start over their project, the child is able to meticulously write each and every point, each and every one participating in the group project, that what are the key points of the projects, and then making it assemble together. When they use the technology, they assemble the knowledge and make a framework to find out what is going to be finally a end result of the project. It will be saving a time to go through in a detail, and they will be doing it like experiential learning. They will be experimenting by themselves, trying and doing it again. That will be saving a time for the students. The technology will be able to save their data. So what was the fault in the previous project work where the group failed over there? So when we talk about technology, there are the various video clips, there are the various guidelines given over there. We can increase the number of the students participating in one single project. The distance, the time is saved by using a technology to create a project-based learning. Like if you take an example, there is a visit to a Jantar Mantar. Every child cannot visit over there, but the same project has been given to a student in the south. Now, how do they do it over there in the Jaipur? They will use a medium where they can make a 3D projects. How to make it? They will visualize the actual given project to them. So using a technology is going to collaborate more and more people together. By using it, they are saving the paper. We do not need every time to use a project which are practically made. It's not required, because once you make it a practically, you are involving with the many of the finance points comes over there. Everyone is not financially. You take a mobiles, you start over there, you start sit in the school computer labs, and you start working together. That saves the time of the students. That saves the assessment pattern also. Sir asked me that assessment should change over there. If a same time same project is being done by the three students in a group, it can be easily assessed by the teacher by making a 4 or 5 windows and crossing with a each slide and assessing them easily. So that way we are saving a time, we are saving the paper, cutting the less number of the trees, and we are saving the environment. So that is what I mean. The wide range of the information is collected over there when you use a technology. It cannot be the end. It is only the teacher, the educator, the person who is handling the students. That is what I felt over there for the use of the project-based learning. The projects can be easily assembled, where the minute calculations can also be done over there. So I think when we use it over there, it should be guided form only, from the top to the bottom level of the student where it is going to be there. You can easily analyze the last 10 years data. You can easily calculate what is going to be point for the next move. So you can work it with a video, you can gamify your projects, you can make it as a small models, you can go with a field education, you can work over there with a project like for example, if I say a project is to be made on the basketball ground, instead of taking a students and explaining the physics concept over there, the speed, the distance and the graph, it can be easily done with the help of the same project experienced on the ground and coming and making as a project on the screen. So it will increase the screen time. But yes, a school where we can, as a school, we can give it as a facility to the students that they can use the technology in the school. It should be guided one. This is my perception. The project-based learning, it should be guided one. That was my views over there. I can sum up with this.
All right, thank you so much, Indira ma'am. Like we also have Joyjit sir, Balakrishnan sir. Sir, if you would like to add anything to this discussion.
Excuse me, ma'am, not audible.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. So, like we have Joyjit sir, Balakrishnan sir, and Bhumita ma'am. Ma'am, would you like to add to the discussion? Anything that you would like to add?
Yeah, well, ma'am, we have listened to the views of the panelists like Joyjit sir, Indira ma'am, Balakrishnan sir, everyone. Means we all are at the same page. We all know that how we have to work. As Joyjit sir told, yes, there are many challenges with new education policy, but I feel that as the project based learning is involved, like when you compare the classroom teaching and the project based learning, we can see the difference. As everybody has to talk about, like Indira ma'am has talked about the technology. We have experienced, ma'am, that our students have prepared a game, and with their help, our teachers also have learned, and the teachers have started preparing the quiz, and the class of third and fourth students enjoy a lot when it is taken a common quiz with the technology. So really, if this is implemented, it's going to help the students of 21st century. And as we all know that the competency based education will need all this holistic approach of learning. So there are many things to speak out, but I feel that there may be many different panelists to put their views, to keep their views. So from my side, ma'am.
All right. I think Indira ma'am wanted to say something, ma'am. Ji.
I would like to add over there, like Georgit said over there, sir, कि we are going with the NEP. Lot of challenges are going to come over there. So we all are using that technology. We are all are using a critical thinking, experiential learning over there. We are trying to manage our classroom management is also going to be changed now. We can have a more number of students or we can have a small number of students. So everything has to work accordingly. And right now, when we are working in a group, if it's a project based learning or anything which is done in the group, I think it enhances the other person's confidence also, that how to come up over there with the drawbacks or the hitches where the child cannot work more. Like the teachers, the COVID has given a big lesson. The all the teacher facilitators, we were not using this technology 5 years back. We were hesitant over there, but finally the condition has made that we all have to come up with this thing and we have to adapt it. So at this age when we are adapting over there, we hope that this 21st century skills goes ahead with the upcoming generations. And so that way the technology has to be in the, instead of worried about that it will be going to snatch the jobs or something like from the teachers. No, we need finally a educator, facilitator. The human brain will be always there to take the things in the positive manner.
बिल्कुल इंदिरा मैम, जैसे कि बालाकृष्णन सर ने भी कहा था, लाइक चेंज इज द नेसेसिटी, वी नीड टू चेंज. एंड मैम आपने भी बोला था लाइक वी आर लिविंग इन द डिजिटल एरा, सो वी नीड टू अडॉप्ट विद द अपकमिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज. Joyjeet sir, आप भी कुछ कहना चाहते हैं? Like Indra ma'am has already shared her views.
Yes, thank you, Indira ma'am, Bhumika ma'am, and Balakrishnan sir. Like, see what happens as I was mentioning, I was saying that there are several challenges, but we as a facilitator, we as a teacher, we need to find out the solution to those challenges. You know what? Like, our work is like that of a tailor. It's a kind of a tailor made course that we deliver each and every day. However, having said that, we prepare so much before going to the class, even if we are well read, even if we are doing that for years after years, but still we do prepare. We just have a look, just turn over the pages and see our learning designs, our lesson plans, and see whether everything is in proper place or not. So we are very flexible. Teachers are really very flexible. And one term which I would like to use, which Bhumika ma'am has already used it before, like catalyst. We will never change. We will help the student rather to transform, to change, to bring about those changes which are necessary to them, which are age appropriate, and with the basis of those changes, they will be able to take forward our entire new generation, ahead. In that way, we have to leave a legacy behind us so that this continues. Like, problems, challenges will be there, but definitely as long as we join our hands together, as you can see, like all four five of us, we are speaking from different part of the
Different
country,
places, right?
isn't it? Different places, we have got a different mindset, but at some point or the other, at one point, we are all alike, we are thinking alike, that student development should be there in our mind also. Student is at the center, children is at the center. Okay, so in this way, I believe that we educators, we facilitators, teacher, whatever you call us, if we have the real intention to do that, and I believe that all of us, those who are present over here, lakhs and lakhs of teachers, those who are working across the country and outside of the country, our work is different, totally different. Well, whether we get recognition, whether we do not get recognition, that becomes immaterial. But at the end of the day, what really matters is that how we have been able to transform the life of a child. And even if in our entire lifespan, if we are successful in transforming even the life of one child, so that is the difference that we make from the others. Well, that's all I have to say.
Sure, Joyjeet sir. So, thank you so much, educators, for imparting your knowledge and experience on these topics. So, it was indeed an insightful and informative sessions where we discussed some real life experiences and we had a detailed discussion, no doubt. So, looking forward to much more sessions like these. And in this note, Ragini, your host, would like to sign off. So thank you so much, Joyjeet sir. Thank you so much, Balakrishnan sir, Indra ma'am, Bhumita ma'am. Thank you so much. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Same to you.
Sure. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.